What's going on today, people? It's Base Sword TJD back again. No, I haven't uploaded like for reals in a while. I've just been super busy, so I'm going to be talking about all that during this video. But I just recently hit King of Games. That was about like just a couple hours ago today. I posted about my Discord and everything. You should go join my Discord if you want, where we talk about stuff. It's not like super popular and everything, but also I'm going to start trying to talk more like Duel Links Meta Discord and like Guns Discord more once I get a little bit more free time, which is kind of hard as a graduating senior in college this year. But anyway, talking about the specific deck, this is the deck I use to get King of Games. It's kind of a pretty standard Ancient Gear deck. I think I love Ancient Gears a lot. They were one of my favorite archetypes when I actually played the actual card game. And this is a variation of what I think probably is the most optimal. So just going to talk about optimization for a second. I don't think that the optimal way to play this is with 4 tribute monsters and then 6 4-star or less monsters. I do think you need to run 3 Sergeant Electros. I do think you need to run at least 2 Ancient Gear Knights, and then up to that, I don't know. I was initially running, so I do think 2 Golems is a must. The Golem is just so good. You're for sure going to run 1 if you're running this deck, but 2 is just so much better than 1. It does suck when you brick it though. I mean, that is of course unfortunate. And Ancient Gear Beast, you gotta run at least 1. I'm running 2 right now, but I did at the over the climb, I did change that out. I was using Card Guard for a little bit. I was using a Heavy Knight of the Flame. I was using a where is it? Just so I don't mess up the name. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Mega Phantom Beast Hamstrap. I was using that over that, but I found that Hamstrap kind of sucked. It is good for getting out defenses and stuff, but it's good for getting out tokens so you can tribute them. But just so many people are running Mind Scan, they won't attack it, they won't flip it, they're not going to do anything with it. And with Dakinis, they're just like being sent out, or they get removed from the field and you don't even get the flip effect. It's just not that good in my opinion. As for the spells, I run 1 Ancient Gear Castle because that's all you get. Honestly, I could see not even running that. If you're only running 1 Golem, I wouldn't run a second Ancient Gear Castle. Like, that's just my honest opinion. I don't think that you will need it. And it's just going to be so rare that you would draw both your Golems and both your Beasts in your opening hand. I mean, that did happen to me once, and it was a terrible duel, of course, but those are just the kind of bricky hands you get when you're running 4 tribute monsters. I'm running 2 Super Rush Headlongs, which are the only 2 I have. This is really good for, there's a lot of burn and mill decks out there right now, so, well, not so much mill, but more burny kind of things. Amazon a Swordswoman it's a great counter to that, and it honestly came in tech so many times. Enemy Controller, because they're Enemy Controller. Wall Disruption, because so many other decks will flood versus this deck, and you want to stop those decks from flooding. Flooding is what I say, like when they fill the board up super fast before you can even get out more than 1 monster. And Floodgates could easily be replaced with Mirror Walls, but I personally like the Floodgates. They're good for stopping Dakini plays. People won't want to bring them out if you don't have that Enemy Controller, whereas they might swing even though you have a Mirror Wall. It's also good for some other like specific matchups. I think it's really good versus Horus. I forgot to save a replay where I had both my both my Floodgates out turn 1, and he got out Horus level 6, and a Sergeant Electro. He like went first. He had a Horus level 4. I did that, didn't swing because he had back row, and I didn't want to deal with that right then. He brought out his Sergeant Electro, Floodgate that. He brought out his, he leveled up his Horus, Floodgate that as well, and then I'm pretty sure I just won from there, because it's pretty easy. So this is one of your bricky kind of hands if you're not getting any sort of back row, and you do, okay, no, this is the one, like, fun, deck that I was up against, where I was really intrigued by my opponent's deck. This ended up being Roll and Boost, which is an old deck I used to run, something I think is really good. I didn't consider Draining Shield as an option for that, but you could totally run Draining Shield and Roll and Boost, because Roll and Boost is such a fun deck, and there's so many more options for it now. The guy, he does bring out the Floodgate, so he does get me on the Gemini summon, so that does kind of suck, but I do have my Beast in the back, so it's fine. There's the Invader of Darkness, but I'm able to Floodgate that. Another reason why Floodgate is so good, it's good versus opposing Ancient Gear decks as well, because that can be a hard matchup. Especially if they're running, or if they get their enemy controllers and you don't get them. Ancient Gear Beast gonna pop off on this Invader of Darkness by 100, so it's all good. He doesn't have anything. This deck, this duel was actually really close if I remember correctly. I will need to see that, although he's gonna take a bunch of damage, so he's gonna be able to get his Roll and Boost, and he actually does have the Lava Golem, which I was like, holy crap, that's not good for me. Good thing is, though, I will be able to bring up my golem on this turn. We'll skip that because no one needs to see the animation again, despite how good of an animation it is. I love Engineer Golem so much. So he is able to floodgate that, which does kind of suck. And I am able to attack, but he doesn't have a hero emerges, so it doesn't matter, though, because, I mean, like, this is going to beat everything. Let's have the Archfiend Empress. I don't remember what its effect is. Oh, yeah, bring back in Invader of Darkness, which is such BS, honestly. I didn't even think about Archfiend, or like that whole, I tribute summon here, that makes sense. Archfiend Empress is really good with other fiends. I never looked at the card because I always thought it was inferior to Invader of Darkness. I never really read the card. There's the roll and boost, what I wanted to see so much, and he's running a Sphinx Talia, which pretty cool, but he does get the 5, which does suck. Didn't even think about Sphinxes either. I don't really know much about the Sphinx archetype. I don't know much about this box in general, this new one, because I don't like Gladiator Beast that much, and I really see no point in spending a bunch of gems on a deck or on decks I don't really understand that I don't think I'll be able to use very well. So here he's able to get a 3, so he's going to be able to summon his Sphinx. I'm also not going to go over all these replays because I don't have a ton of time, which I know is my biggest weakness. I want to make a short video too so people can see that. And we are able to get over 3,000 defense because of that nice Invader Castle. And he's down to 400 life points. What's he going to top deck? It's nothing, I win. Yeah, this was a Legend 1, I think, matchup, so not that big a deal. I think this one's Cyber Angels, if I remember correctly. I don't remember every duel that I played, because some of these are from a little while ago. But I think the 2 I have from today are the last 2, and those weren't like the best duels or anything. I do want to talk about the duel I didn't end up saving, which I was a little bit sad about. So my last duel for ranking up was versus Cyber Angels, and I was like freaking out because this deck, okay, so I should say, Ancient Gears loses super hard to Cyber Angels if they have a better matchup than you turn 1, and it loses to Phoenix if you can't pull out the right combo pieces. But I don't know how. I'm just amazing versus Phoenix players because every time I play this deck, Phoenix isn't that great anymore because there's so many things out there, and Phoenix is supposed to beat this deck, and it's supposed to beat Dinos, it's supposed to beat Red Eyes, etc. But it just doesn't, because, I mean, I've seen some people teching in things like, the Chalice card, I can't remember the rest of it, Forgiving Chalice, or Forbidden Chalice. This guy also has the Cosmic Cyclone, which I was like, I don't understand why you would run Cosmic Cyclone and Mind Scan, because if you're going for that turn 1 Cosmic Cyclone, you're not going to keep your Mind Scan past turn 1, which I guess is good, in the sense you're only going to have it for that turn 1 enemy controller play, to see if your opponent has enemy controller, which is important, but other than that, like, I don't really see a reason to have that. There's better options, I think, out there if you're really trying to get rid of some back row. Which, I mean, like, Anti-Magic Arrow, just go for that. It's easy. No one ever plays around it anyway. Me trying to help the Cyber Angel players. I don't play Cyber Angels, 1, because I don't have 3 Absolute Rituals, I only have 2. And I allow him to attack this because I've got monsters in hand, it doesn't matter, and 1400 damage is not a big deal. So we are losing, which does a little bit suck, but we're able to pop his E to 10 because, okay, it was such a bad play. Popping your own Machine Angel Ritual for that attack, not necessary. Saving the Machine Angel Ritual, especially since it's now limited to 1, would have been a much better play. There's the Dakini, he plays around the enemy controller, which is the right thing to do, brings back his own Dakini, and let's see what we've got next, because I honestly don't remember how this duel goes. All I know is that I must win, because that's how it goes. Oh, I remember now, yeah, no, it's GG because I pop off and we have the enemy controller. The whole reason I let him attack before with the Dakini was for this, because we want to pop off with the enemy controller, and that's just how this goes. You want to beat the Machine Angel players, and I think I don't remember the Alexis Rhodes one, but I think I do remember the Tag Gardner one. Let me check and make sure if this is the one I'm thinking about. Maybe I'll give you guys the I'll give you 4 replays. We'll see about that. I think I've got enough time for 4, but I do need to start doing other things. I'm writing 2 theses right now, and it's just not easy at all. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of laughing at my own situation because I did this to myself. I didn't have to put myself in this situation, but of course, I'm a little overambitious, so of course I did. So yeah, this is a Holy Guard Gladiator Beast deck because I haven't had any matchups prior to Gladiator Beast prior to this, I don't think. Also, I was on Babe's stream the other day, and you should go subscribe to Pro Bench Warmer. This guy had the Super Arch Headlong too, which I never see in Gladiator Beast decks. And the Gladiator Beast effect I don't think works if like with Super Rush because it doesn't resolve the attack. Like when you enemy controller and then change their battle position. So that's what we do. We enemy controller, we change their battle position. I don't really know how it works because I'm not a Gladiator Beast expert. I didn't play when Gladiator Beasts were a thing, really. As far as I know, maybe I played after. I never knew about Gladiator Beasts. But we have another reason why Super Rush is just so good, because it's able to take on these Gladiator Beasts so they can't get over your Sergeant Electros. And it's going to be easy pickings from here. We do have that back row locked down, so that's all we need, and this guy's got nothing on us. That's all you need. That's really all you need. I think that I'm pretty sure the Alexis Rhodes is just another bad Cyber Angel matchup. So I do want to see this Yami Merrick because this is the only one I don't really remember out of all of them, and I know it was just the latest one. I had this one today and I can't remember the duel. But yeah, so let me guys know what you think about the deck in the comments down below. I'm interested to get feedback on this deck, and I'm trying to become more of a Ancient Gear, I wouldn't say master, but like an Ancient Gear expert. I do know the archetype pretty well. I do know its counters, its things that are good against it, things that you want to tech in your deck. There's a lot of options. I don't know how many of you guys who watch me are in Dueling Submeta Discord. You guys should all go do that because like I did it for free and it was such a good idea. Now I'm a lifetime member. There's so many good aspects to it. I'm not out here trying to like try and sell you on it and whatever, but they have like experts in that Discord and like people who really understand certain decks, and I think that'd just be so cool to be the Ancient Gear expert just because this is like one of my favorite decks that I can play. Also this stall player, I mean not this stall player, more like a burn kind of player. He's hit me in all the right ways. I didn't really think about the Draining Shield plus Massive Morph combo, but that is one Massive Morph out of the way. I'm trying to burn all of his Massive Morphs so I can get on my golems and just start hitting things. That's two of the Massive Morphs out of the way. So once I get that third one out of the way, like it's just easy picking from there. He's got the Sky Star Ray, which I do hit with a Wall of Disruption just so I can free up my back row a little bit. I honestly don't know why I set that Wall of Disruption. It wasn't a good idea. I was more thinking Sky Star Ray or a Nava White Rabbit, but if those didn't come out, it would have been bad news. Good thing that this guy saw right through my plays, and I wasn't even thinking about right back at you, but it's fine. I'm fine taking this damage. It's not a big deal. So here, we're going to normal summon so we can attack, and I do set another wall of... There's a wall disruption, right? Yeah, so a wall disruption for his next Sky Star Ray, so when he right back at you, it won't be a big deal, and it'll be fine next turn, because we do have the one Ancient Gear who is all locked up, and his stuff just leaves, you know, that's how it works. You guys all know this deck. So I don't even think I bring out Ancient Gear here. Yeah, he does have the Aegis of Gaia right in the battle phase, so I don't attack because I don't want him to right back at you, which is, I think, one of the better plays I made in this whole thing. We do have the enemy controller so that I can pierce through his Sky Star Ray next turn and do enough damage. I do let the Anava White Rabbit go through because turn out defense position won't matter. In the matchup, it's always try and enemy control the Sky Star Ray. We're bringing out the Golems because that's how it works. Does he have a Floodgate? Yeah, he's got the Floodgate, which does kind of suck. So the good thing is that we will be able to bring out one next turn using the Ancient Gear Castle. We do pop the Sky Star Ray, so we'll only be able to normal summon once this turn, and we do live 2 more attacks, assuming no right back at you. I don't know. So we are going to get another Ancient Gear Castle out, and I was trying to remember because I was deciding between the Sergeant Electro try and lock one down or the Golem play, but he does have the Massive Morph, which does kind of suck. And I don't go for the attack because right back at you. Inaba White Rabbit, he's got one more turn. We do have one Super Rush in case he tries to randomly attack one of ours or something. Or if he does bring out a Amazon Swordswoman. And we do go with the attack, but we get the Floodgate, which is exactly what we needed. Because another reason why Floodgate is so good, it's for this play right here. When they have the Inaba White Rabbit, when they have the Sky Star Ray, once they summon it, you go in. It doesn't matter if your Golem's with Massive Morph, it's piercing right through that end. We're farming these Yami's Merricks out here. I got like a 6,000 to 7,000 duel assessment off this duel. Like, we're farming people out here. That's all I gotta say about this. It's a little bit of a longer video than I would have liked. I only wanted about 10 minutes. That's about 15 minutes. I'm trying to level up everyone because I'm trying to get those gems, trying to get my 3rd Gazuki so I can actually have some real Red Eyes decks out here, because 2 is just not cutting it these days. That's all I gotta say about this deck. One more time, looking at these really old Turny Doodads. I love the name I came up with for this too. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Leave a comment down below if you like that, whatever decks you want me to see. I'm gonna have a KC Cup video, hopefully sometime maybe this coming week. Hopefully, I don't know, my schedule's just so crazy. I do have 2 job interviews this week as well, so everything's nuts right now. But yeah, leave a comment down below, any kind of decks you want to see me use, KC Cup, talking about all that. Anything else you want to see me do, leave a like, because you know it's helpful. Share this stuff, send it to your friends and family, and you know what else you should do? You should give me your dad's phone number, because that'd be a nice thing to do, so I can hit up your dad. Thanks for watching, this is the Jewish Giraffe, signing off. I really hope that you enjoy.